You've been sent this video because someone you know is neurodivergent and believes a dog would benefit their life. Or they already have a dog and want to prove to you all the ways that it has benefited their life. Or you're neurodivergent and they believe a dog would benefit your life. And I agree with them. Probably. Let's talk about it. There are many benefits to owning a dog for anyone, but I have noticed a significant change in my ability to manage my ADHD or my autism in the last 2 years of owning a dog. And so I want to talk about the benefits I have seen from owning a dog, but just know, I'm gonna talk about the challenges at the end because it would be so irresponsible of me to just say all neurodivergent people would benefit from owning a dog. Some people just cannot manage owning a dog, and that's okay. But you might be one of those people that could benefit from a fluffy companion. Look at him, he's nice. So here are the benefits. Now, first things first, dogs are adorable. Look at this. And this one, oh, I'm dying, they're adorable. Rock my baby in the treetop. Does having a fluffy, sweet, wonderful companion help when I'm overstimulated? Yeah, of course. It's literally like a sensory blanket just petting him. He's so cute. I'm not gonna be able to finish this video, he's adorable. 2 years ago, back at the very start of 2022, I was considering getting a dog. Why? Because my life had gone to shit. Tough, it was tough. Life was really tough for me at the time. Genuinely, there's not a single video where he doesn't fucking exist because he does this every time. Lie down, just relax. Back in 2022, I was starting a new life. I was leaving the worst year of my life behind me, and I was gonna be living on my own for the first time ever. And that prospect terrified me, but also excited me a lot. My ADHD symptoms, my depression, my autistic traits, all of that felt very unmanageable at the time. And to be honest, I was really scared about living alone in a city I didn't know anybody. There comes Obi. I started looking at dogs around this time because I wanted some sort of motivation to take care of myself a little better, and having a dog did that for me. At that time in my life, I was having a lot of meltdowns, and I was actually dealing with my vasovagal syncope a ton. I was passing out multiple times in a week and sometimes multiple times in a day. And actually having a dog at this time was incredibly helpful. He was a calming thing for me. I was able to just be there and pet him, and I didn't feel so alone. So the first benefit of having a dog is that you're no longer alone, which is nice. It's actually been proven that petting a dog or playing with a dog reduces stress. And so having one at your fingertips every single day is massively beneficial. One of the best benefits of owning a dog, though, is that he forces me to get outside, bless you, every day to walk him. I walk him first thing in the morning, and I try to walk him usually like at my lunch break if I need a little tootle around, or in the evening as well. Obi obviously benefits from this because he's gonna be more calm, he's gonna be more relaxed, he does training when we do our walks, but it's also a huge benefit to me because I get like my zoomies out, I regulate a little bit more, and it gives me an opportunity to relax throughout the day. Not only does he benefit, I benefit, we do it every single day, it makes a huge difference. If we don't go for our walk first in the morning, we both notice the difference. Speaking of routine, one of the greatest routines that Obi has forced into my life is eating multiple times a day. I feed him first thing in the morning when I get up, I feed him mid-afternoon, and then I feed him late at night. It is 3 times that I might not have been in the kitchen that I am now forced to be in the kitchen to make sure that he is fed. Because I now have this routine, I have 3 new check-in spaces of if I need to eat. I eat my breakfast now more consistently because we have this routine of going for a walk together, coming back, he eats, I make myself a smoothie or make myself breakfast, and I'm able to eat as well. At this time, I'm also able to habit stack the fact that I take my iron pill every day at this time, which is so crazy that when you're anemic and you take an iron pill, you notice a difference. Who knew? I didn't. Now the thing is dogs are very routine based. And so for him, he wakes up at pretty much the same time every day, which is around 7 a.m. I generally wake up around that time now too, and we comfortably start our routine together. But he's also very helpful in the sense that he goes to sleep at the same time every night. Around 8:30 or 9 p.m., he's looking at me like,
"Mother, let's go to bed." bed. Why are we still awake?
Which is great because I'm not actually going to sleep by that time, but it is a really good reminder for me to start winding down. It has hugely helped in terms of getting me in bed earlier and not procrastinating by maybe binge eating in the kitchen or sitting on the couch and doom scrolling and watching TV. I find myself more consistently in bed, winding down, because that's the time that he is in bed. One of the other great benefits of having a dog is that it forces me to interact in play because he needs play to get fulfillment and enjoyment. Do you want it? Ready? Take. Okay. It doesn't mean he's good at it. Playing with a dog has been proven to decrease symptoms of depression and help with symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. I got your freaking feet, dude. What are you gonna do about it? One of the things about play when it comes to people with ADHD and autism is that that can be an essential part of unmasking and becoming authentically who you are. Engaging in play is great for you to like, be yourself, be kooky, be weird. Yeah. It's like, yeah. You're such a stinker. Play. Now that you know all of the benefits of owning a dog for maybe your neurodivergence, I want to talk about some of the hard things. And it is a long list because I know that getting a dog is very exciting and the prospect of it is like, I want to do this right now. But dogs are not impulsive purchases, my friends. Why? Because they're a lifelong commitment. This guy was passed up between 5 different families before he made it to me, and that's f***ing heartbreaking. Look how sad he is. Just talking about it brings up bad memories. So when you're signing up to get a dog, you're signing up for their entire life, not when it's just convenient to you. Firstly, owning a dog is expensive. You're having to buy them food every single month, and maybe that can be specialty food depending on the dog. You're taking them to the vet to get their checkups. In Obi's case, he has allergies. Who knew dogs have allergies? And he has to take a shot every 3 months that is over $300. That is not an amount that I originally had planned to be able to spend on him, but you know, you have to do it. That is the cost of owning a dog. You're paying for toys, you're paying for treats, and in some cases, like Obi's, you're paying for training on top of all of it. He came from a Texas kill shelter. He's got some issues. I don't blame the guy. And so I paid for training for him to get some support with it and some help. And because we adopt, we do not shop, you are likely getting a dog that has issues before you have met them, right? We stand with our traumatized kings. The other thing, especially if you're like me that lives alone and I don't have someone else taking care of him, I have to pay for him to go to boarding so that somebody can take care of him when I go away for a weekend, or if I even want to be out of the house for more than 5 hours, I need somebody to come check on him because he can't be alone that long. If I'm sick, I need to pay for somebody to come walk him because I'm not able to do it. There are a lot of hidden expenses that come to owning a dog. And in that same vein of me living alone, he can actually reduce my social interactions because it's harder for me to stay out for longer periods of time. Sometimes my friends might be planning something and I actually have to say no because it's gonna be too long or too hard, or there's not a dog sitter I can find, and I end up having to stay home alone, which happens sometimes. So you need to know that there's an expectation that sometimes having a dog can reduce your social interactions. In the same way it can increase them because you can meet other people with dogs and do trainings and other things, but you know. And if I want to go away longer, like for a trip or a vacation, that is a massive expense that I also have to do to make sure that he is watched. Last year I went on 3 different trips that he had to be taken care of, and it was like $800 every time I went away because it was for more than a week. That's a lot of money you have to plan for. The other thing is when you first get a dog, you can't really tell their whole personality. A childhood dog that I had, we said was like the quietest dog in the world. 2 weeks after we got her, this little bitch wouldn't stop barking. I can call her a bitch because she literally was a bitch. And she would non-stop bark, and it was so infuriating. And a reminder, dogs can be loud, they can be annoying, they can be in and of themselves overstimulating to be around. And if you're getting a puppy or a younger dog, there is mess, there is destruction, there is ruining of furniture and clothing and items. He loved shoes when I first got them. Not to chew them, he liked to pee in them. That's fun. And finally, something I realized after getting a dog is it's very hard to find places to live that accept dogs. The reason I was able to live in this space is because it's very large, there's a big backyard, but if I ever wanted to do apartment living, which will probably be the next place I choose to live, it's gonna be very hard for me to find a space that not only accepts him, but also accepts 2 cats on top of it. It's harder to find living when you have animals. And when it comes specifically to neurodivergence, there are days that I feel incredibly low, and it can feel very hard to take care of him, which means that I am stuck feeling guilty and shitty about myself because I'm not being the best dog mom I could possibly be. It is helpful that he pushes me on those days to still take him for even a short walk, but he deserves more than that on those days, and I get stuck with feeling really bad about myself when I don't take care of him the best possible. So keep that in mind as well. When you're thinking about getting a dog, you need to consider your lowest days, the hardest days. Are you still capable of having a dog? So to wrap things up, if you plan to get a dog that matches your lifestyle and your capacity. But have the understanding that if either of those things change, you will still have a dog. I can't now go uproot my life and go live in Europe if I wanted to. Got a dog. He ain't coming to Europe. He doesn't like it there. He's got a thing against them. He's Texan, so if you're now considering getting a dog, I want you to first consider, what is your backup plan if things go wrong? If you fall into a deep depression and you need help taking care of your dog, if you're sick all of a sudden, who is there as your support system to help manage having a dog as well? And the other thing I want you to consider are there alternatives to getting your own dog, such as volunteering at a space that has dogs, doing dog sitting or house sitting for people that have dogs as well. You can even sign up for an app like Rover and do dog walking at your time and like when feels good for you. That way you don't have the commitment of having a lifelong animal to take care of, but you still get the benefits of being around a dog. Are you confident in having a dog even on your worst days? I will say when I first got Obi, I wasn't fully confident of this in myself, and he ended up being the best thing that has ever happened to me. I genuinely have said this before. I think he saved my life in that first year that I had him because it was one of the hardest years of my life. But that's not the case for everyone. So do your research. Do not make an impulsive purchase of a dog, but I will tell you, there's so many benefits. It is so nice, it is so wonderful, but I can't make that choice for you. Unfortunately, you have to do that yourself. I believe in you, do the right thing.
Okay, I hug him now. And as always, I am very proud of you for doing the work on yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. So it's pretty cool that you're doing it on yourself. And if you're the person that was sent this video by somebody else, maybe your friend should get a dog. Bye!